Man United 2, Aston Villa 1, massive away win. You're very big on just, you know, process, momentum, game by game, take the positives. Yeah. You must be loving this. It's a big win, bro.
I'm happy because I'm against the people that are anti-Ten Hag right now. So seeing these wins within the process is making me understand why they're always upset when they're seeing the losses. But at the same time, it's like these are the reasons why you're seeing the losses at the same time. You know, against, you know, the stat, for example, from since 2020 away from home, we've always been like this. It's just that we're seeing a little bit of the changes of, okay, he's not playing as pragmatic as he usually is. He's still trying to implement his turnovers and stuff, and okay, he's made some good decisions now, and you're seeing the fruits of that kind of thing. But just in the 90 minutes alone, very, very happy. Very, very happy the way that we set up. I thought it was going to be very pragmatic, but like I said, he went to attack the back line. He went to attack their high line, and it worked. We had loads of chances, and I think we had the better looks at the goal as well. Even though, you know, we only had 20 minutes of the first 20 minutes of the game was our part of the game. Yeah. The rest of it was, or the next 40 or 50 minutes. Good looks. The next 40 or 50 minutes, it wasn't even just good looks. It was more of they had the possession and the flow and the momentum of the game. Control. Yeah, control. And then the other 20 minutes left, you know, or yes, that would make 70. The other 20 minutes, it was evens. You know, in any part of the game, in any points of the full match, the 35th minute, or, you know, the latter part of the game where we had a little like 80 to 8, from the 80th to 81st minute, we had another 5 or 6 minute spell. So the other 20 minutes was just spread out through the game where it was quite even. But we had the more crucial looks at the goal within any point of the game, I think. So.
In terms of individuals now, because we spoke about a lot of individuals. McTominay, there's Harry Maguire, there's Rasmus Højlund 5 in 5. Varane was brilliant today. Dalot was brilliant today. Like, where do you want to go in terms of, you know, sort of singling out for praise? Because there's a lot.
Well, I will start with Bruno. That's my guy. He kind of fizzles out of the game. A lot of people. He fizzles out in the game. Like, he's a very erratic player. So today you saw a lot of his volume in terms of trying to push the ball into the space over the defense or into wide areas, and a lot of the time it's to no avail today. But he done it about 30 or 40 times. So through that, you're going to get 15 opportunities where he does get through. And that's when you saw his good moments. And then in terms of his temperament and composure, okay, it was offside from Garnacho, the cutback, but you need to be a bit more composed in those situations. It wasn't great today. Yeah, it wasn't great today. In terms of recycling the ball, when it's in our third, again, he was just very erratic or rash, trying to force it long. I think Kobe was doing it well. When he had his opportunities to force it long, it was with quality. You know, Cass and Bruno to a degree weren't good enough in those phases, on those key moments. But at the same time, they would produce a couple good moments as well because they have that quality, that quality of player. So. I would say that on Bruno. Højlund is a fantastic footballer for us with massive potential, and he shows that in abundance all the time, especially in his work rate. Nobody really speaks about this, but he runs all day long. Like the previous era of us under Ten Hag, you know, we had Ronaldo up front, and what we were lacking was this. This is what Ten Hag was complaining about, and this is why we got rid of Ronaldo, because we needed a runner, just the legs. That's all he really wanted. Yes, I'm not comparing Ronaldo and Højlund in terms of their striking ability, their caliber as a footballer, and the levels or any of that. I'm just saying the reason why certain players like Marcel's not going to make it, Ronaldo's not going to make it, is because of the proactiveness that this man brings to the team, alongside somebody like Bruno, alongside someone that now Garnacho's showing it. Rashford wasn't showing it today. That's why we have an issue with him. And it's these little things that, you know, Ten Hag's mentioning. We have to try and see it within the team. And that's why we're going to see lots of more goals from Højlund going in the future, I think.
Scott McTominay is our top scorer. Yeah. He comes off the bench again to save the day. Yeah. What do you have to say? Because has Ten Hag found the perfect role for him?
You said it beautifully on the match view, and I haven't heard anyone say it like that, Flex. It's a role that he has within the team, because it's dividing a lot of people, this thing. You know, when you see it now, it's like we're conflating two things, the microcosm and the macrocosm of what's happening within the process of our team. This what's going on.
Wait, sorry.
I'm only being myself. This is what I say. So
the what and the what?
It's the 90 minutes and the longevity of our team. So the 90 minutes and the longevity of our team. That's what we're doing with Scott McTominay.
There are two good words, Marcel. Don't shy away from it.
Nah, it's just...
I know it's normal for you.
Yeah.
But there were two good words, but carry on.
Well, that's basically what's happening. That's basically
No, you're right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, you can't separate the two.
We can't separate... But sometimes we have to. Yeah, but sometimes we have to. And that's why we're praising Maguire. I was wrong about Maguire today, but, you know, last season we were saying he's just not good for the team. So the people that are in the standards world, they understand that element. He's just not good for the team. Get him out. But the predicament, the structure above Ten Hag gets him in a situation where he has to keep him there. Maguire decides to be an excellent professional, you know, like Varane has, not like Sancho has. And that's why you see Sancho's situation derail how it has. Not all the time like Rashford has, and that's why you see his situation derail or whatever. And his PR saved him, and people will say his PR is better than his actual ability right now. We've heard that as well. But, you know, that's the issue with the likes of Scott right now. He for the 90 minutes, he has a very good role. You've said it. That's the best way. Like, I don't think he's going to lift the Premier League, unfortunately, as well, because he's a fantastic professional. I've seen his high performance podcast. He's a very, very good professional for this.
There's levels to where you can go.
Yeah, and
he's doing the maximum that he can.
Oh, and it's beautiful because he's adding goals in key moments for us. And credit to Ten Hag for seeing this role. Well done for him for, you know, what looked like he was going to get sold to that team that he's just scored against today, and maybe kick on his career for consistent 90 minutes. But he comes in hungry on multiple occasions. Galatasaray, Brentford, you know, Sheffield, I think, in moments. You know,
Sheffield United scored. Gave away a penalty in that game, but as well, but scored
and redeemed. Yeah. So, you know, I want that.
Assist last week.
Bro, nobody's bigger than the club. Not even Ten Hag. I'm a Ten Hag ultra, but not even Ten Hag. If it's time for him to go, it's time for him to go. So, you know, it's about the club. So, you know, I'm just happy for what he's doing right now in the 90 minutes. But, you know, long term, at the end of the season, you might have to see him gone. But at the same breath, you might keep him because he's showing that within his role, like you've mentioned, he's got a key purpose here.
And Ten Hag as well, he will go, I know that player can do a job for me. If I need him last 15, you know, I'll build a squad that's, you know, Amrabat's going to go, Eriksen probably going to go. There's so much changes. I could probably see someone like Scott still staying.
Yeah.
And you know what? If he's going to have a season like this and just be a squad player to come off the bench for the last 15 minutes to give us something different, then so be it.
Yeah.
Dallow's getting a lot of praise as well. I mean, how he's managed to turn around his form and just be really consistent for us right now.
And another thing in terms of within the process, we have priorities to make. Last season, my priority was, change the goalkeeper. This season, we're kind of seeing things with the right backs. Which one do you want? Do you want a 1v1 specialist to bring on, you know, like Scott McTominay's role off the bench? Or, you know, if we're playing pragmatic, you want a 1v1 specialist? Or do you want somebody that's almost very, he sounds like a Ten Hag player to me. He's proactive. He's showing proactiveness now. He's showing a bit on rest defense. Last game against West Ham, crucial, you know, goal-saving tackle. I think he's done something similar again in this game. And then he can come inside. He can go play on left back. He's adaptable. You know, all the things that Ten Hag kind of says about a fullbacks joining in. He can do that. He just assisted today. So you maybe want this player in the low, but maybe you want an improvement on that player going forward in the long term. But in this 90 minutes, fantastic. And he's been like that the whole season. So I think he might even be my man of the match this game as well, because just of how consistent he was. Yeah. You even mentioned he only made really one mistake in the game.
One little dodgy clearance. Other than that,
it was neat and tidy. So, you know, big credits to him. The other fullback on the other side, it's really, really worrying for me because he was the only good left-sided centre-back for me in the club now that Martinez has gone. But I know Mina might have said it's a tactical thing. I really don't think it was that. It's more to do with the fact that there could be an injury. He's not a durable footballer. We have loads of non-durable footballers in our team right now. That's also a part of the problem within the process. And that's why we can't always play the football that Ten Hag wants to play. But, you know, this is just, I'm not getting too excited. I said it to you outside the stadium. You know, when we win within the process, I understand what it is. And when we lose within the process, I also understand what it is. The players need to be upregulated. You know, away from home, Manchester United Football Club, when they're talking about in the standards world, should be winning these kind of games. But it's been 10 years of incompetence and poor purchasing of players. So you're going to get footballers now that against adversity away from home cannot perform in a certain way, the way that Ten Hag wants them to play, which, by the way, I always think Ten Hag has a good plan A. In every single football match that he puts out 11 footballers, there's opportunities for them to win the game.
He puts out 11 footballers.
That's how I have to explain it.
Might put out 8.
No, but I have to explain it to people like that because it's like if I explain it out any other way and I say, Ten Hag always wants to win, they might not understand that fully. I really think that. I don't know why, but it's like when he puts out 11 people, the way that he puts them out, Even against the City game, we lost at home 3-0. But Scott McTominay had 2 or 3 chances in 20 minutes.
In the turnovers, yeah.
So then, in turnover, you're using Ten Hag's term, the turnovers. That's what he wants us to do. So if they've carried that out for 90 minutes, you get different results. So
there you go.
I'm scratching my head at it, but we have to wait and see what happens against Luton. This is important for momentum to win these kind of games. It doesn't matter how we win them right now.
Saying trust the process.
Trust the process. Trust the process. That's literally it. Trust the process. Trust the process. Trust the process. I don't know why we're stressing. Trust the process. It's part of football. And against Luton, we'll see what happens. Delo's played fantastic today. And Højlund's been good as well today.
You finished now.
Yeah. Thank you.
After